Hi everyone, it's Janis here with another episode to help you build better daily structure and be in control of your life. Today, we'll take a look at the 6 time management techniques from the guy who has no time, Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary is Belarusian American entrepreneur, author of multiple best-selling books, speaker and internet personality, known as Garyvee. He's best known for growing his family wine business from 3 million to 60 million and leading VaynerMedia and VaynerX digital marketing and social media companies. Here is how Garyvee sees time management. You got 24 hours a day. Let's say you work 9 to 5. Cool, that's 8 hours a day. And let's say you commute an hour there, an hour back. That's 10 hours total. Want to spend time with your family? Awesome, you can spend 2 hours with them when you get home. Need 7 hours of sleep per night? Great, no problem. But you still have 5 hours a day left. The question is, what are you doing with those 5 hours? And what are you doing with your weekends? The reality for many people is that they're spending that time watching Netflix, hanging out with friends, or just relaxing. If people would be using their time to hustle, then they wouldn't have to complain that they don't have time to build their business. Here are 6 strategies that Garyvee uses to get most out of his time every day. So let's dive in. Number 1, stay in audit mode to stop procrastinating. Gary is always staying in the audit mode, meaning that he's constantly moving forward and adjusting priorities in real time. For example, if there was something super important yesterday, then that might become less important depending on what hits his inbox today. Gary is completely obsessed with dealing with the most important things at any given moment, and that means that some priorities will be pushed back. Something might go from the second most important to 9th or 10th most important thing to do, and might not be addressed for an entire year. And that's okay, as long as he's dealing with more important things. Number 2, don't be crippled by unknown problems in your business. When it comes to dealing with the problems in business or in personal life, Gary doesn't get crippled by what he doesn't know. This is important. So many people struggle because they don't have the perfect knowledge around every fire they have at work or in their personal life. They feel like they need to have the perfect plan to address every single thing that goes wrong, but that is simply not true. If Gary is in the process of addressing one fire and another more important pops up, he will address that one. And if fire number 4 gets out of the hand, he will switch his focus on that one. Gary is playing for the long term, which means he has to keep dealing with the fires one after another for years. So he needs to be constantly adjusting without overthinking whether he's making the perfect moves or not. Number 3, maintain motivation by loving what you do. So many people are struggling with motivation to keep going because they don't like what they're doing. The reason Gary is able to maintain motivation without losing energy is because he loves everything that he does. He loves doing the Ask Garyvee show. He loves flying all over the country for meetings. He loves pitching clients and getting rejected. He loves selling stuff. It's why he still goes to dollar stores and garage sales to flip the products on eBay, even though it's a horrible use of his time as a CEO. But he loves it, and that's all that matters. People who love what they do will always outperform and outlast those who do it just because they have to. So if you want to build your personal brand, then go and do it. Don't complain about time or money or anything else, but start producing the content. One of the Gary's quotes goes like this: look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I want to do every day for the rest of my life? Do that. There is no way that you will lose motivation while doing something that you truly love and would love to do for the rest of your life. And this part about loving what you do actually contributes to your time management as well, because you're more likely to find time or make time for the things that you love compared to those things that you don't really look forward to. Number 4, audit what you're doing with your time. Nobody you know ever made it without putting in the work. They all worked their asses off to get where they are today. Sure, you might know someone who is rich because their grandparents gave them the money, but you don't know anyone who made it on their own without putting in the hard work. The dirt isn't glamorous, so people don't show it off. And when you see somebody succeeding, you think that it happened overnight. You didn't see Beyoncé singing and dancing at age of 4. You only see her on stage now, with the fame and fortune. So you have to constantly audit your time. What are you doing with your time every day? Are you moving closer to your goals or not? You can audit your time by reflecting each day on the things that you did and use that reflection to make plans in future. We all have time. The difference, however, is that some people use their time to achieve their goals while others waste their time. Number 5, go faster in the hours that you are working. Garyvee is not only working 18 hours a day, but he's also working fast as hell in those 18 hours. On daily basis, he's scrutinizing his days, writing down to the second while trying to fit as much stuff as he can into those hours. There is not a moment that he spends messing around. Many people don't try to squeeze out everything they can out of each day. They take things easy and then complain that they don't have enough time. Why do people take 1.5 hours for lunch? That is a total waste of time. People will never have time if they're wasting it every day. Number 6, stop judging yourself. Gary says that one of his biggest strengths is balancing being accountable with not judging himself. To keep himself accountable, Gary is taking responsibility for everything that is happening in his life and in his business. Gary says, if an employee messes up, I hire that person. If the system doesn't work, I approve that process or system. Everything runs through me. But at the same time, I'm numb to judgment. Even my own judgment of myself. I know I'm doing the best I can. Judging yourself is huge vulnerability because everyone else is already doing it for you. So stop judging yourself and put in the work. The biggest problem with judging yourself is that it will give you a lot of self-doubt, and that will stop you from taking action to achieve the things that you want. If you want to manage your time better, have more structure in your life, and achieve your goals, make sure you check out my time planning application. You can set goals and track progress towards them, create time blocks and build your own daily structure, as well as log your time and measure your performance. Best of all, it's totally free, so press here to check it out right now. I'm working on new videos every day, so be sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next episode.